Um, well, you mentioned Sinead O'Connor. She's also singing, collaborating with you on this new album.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the new album. It's Pale Green Ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a song about a drive from Parker, where you grew up, to Denver in the 1980s.
Yeah, we lived in Parker.
Yeah.
You know, south of. Did you say that first?
Yeah.
You said Parker, right? Yeah.
So what's can you describe how important what after all these years made you write a song about that drive and the emotions you had?
It's just one of my favorite moments. It was a moment in time that stuck in my head and has always been one of the things that I think about and go back to when I'm thinking about comforting things and good things and moments that I really enjoyed. And there was this, you know, I love, for example, driving on the highway at night. That's just one of my favorite things to do. And back then, you know, I had already started to learn about what the world was like, and I was having trouble dealing with my sexuality, and that was a big presence in my life back then. It was something that was eating at me and occupying my mind at the time. And so I wanted to try and capture that, you know, in a song. That moment of driving down this highway at night in the late spring, early summer. And it was, I don't remember exactly what week it was, or what, it was a week or 2 weeks during which I was driving a lot on I-25 in Colorado, up to Boulder and back down to Parker. And there are these trees in many places along the highway. They're called Russian olive trees. And they have these pale green leaves. They're sort of silvery, and they're sort of luminescent in the moonlight. So they sort of glow a little bit. And so these trees at the end of May, every year, beginning of June, end of May, they give off the most beautiful fragrance. It's for me personally, it's probably my favorite smell, or favorite fragrance. It comes from these little yellow flowers that grow at the end of May, beginning of June. So just driving down the highway, it's just about a moment. It's about recreating a moment. And you know how hard it is you can't capture a moment. It's like, you know, picking a flower, the flower dies, you know. If you try and capture it, you know, maybe you kill it, but it's one of my favorite moments. And so you're driving down the highway, windows open, wind blowing in your hair, warm, warm. It's getting hot already, and it's warm at night. And I had this totally shitty radio in the car that only had AM stations. And I just accidentally stumbled upon this station that was, the only thing that was coming out of it was the sound of the ocean. It was just like waves breaking on a beach. So, like, over the course of a week, every night, it was just the sound of the ocean coming out of the radio. Windows open, warm wind in your hair, and that most amazing fragrance coming from those, you know, those glowing ghosts along the highway. And, you know, the song is also sort of a cautionary tale. You know, it's about a boy who wants to get out of the town, the small town that he lives in, you know, and go out into the world and make his mark and, you know, do his thing. And
It's also about you, of course. And
well, it is about me.
yeah.
You know, that's all there is to it. It's about me wanting to get out of my town, yeah, and, you know, go out into the world and make something out of myself, make a name for myself, and be accepted, and get away from myself, you know. But the song is also about how, be careful, because when you go out into the world, you can't get away from yourself. no matter where you go. So be careful what you wish for.